Hey, how are you guys doing? If you don't know who I am, I am Christian, and today we're going to be doing a trading training on gold, right? And I used to struggle with actually knowing how to count pips for gold, so that's why I'm creating this video, so you can know exactly how you can capitalize off this market. But I do want to let you know, new traders, gold is not a place for you to start, because gold there's a lot of money to be made here, but for a new trader, I do not recommend starting here. But please do stay to the end of the video because I'm going to give you 4 tips that you can actually utilize to help you with your trading journey, right? So I'm going to go ahead and get into it. Stay to the end so you can actually get the information you need. And please subscribe and like this video. Share this video if it helps you at the end. And I'm going to go ahead and get straight into it, right? So, for example, I want you guys to really pay attention because there is a lot of money to be made on this chart. Now, I want you to understand, let's say we're getting in the market around 1800, okay? Let me edit this. Okay, let's say we're getting the market around 1800, right? I want you to understand that from 1800 to 1801 is not 1 pip at all. This is not 1 pip. This small movement, matter of fact, the lines are so close together you can barely see it. So I'm going to change the color. Let's go to the 2-hour chart. Okay, obviously we could barely see on the 2-hour chart, but this little small movement right here, still small on the 30-minute chart. I'm gonna go to the 1-minute chart because it's great. All right, so as you can see, from 1800 to 1801, this is not 1 pip. This is actually 10 pips, right? So if 1800 to 1801 is 10 pips, what do you think 1800 to 1810 would be? 1800 to 1810 would actually be 100 pips. Not 10 pips, just because it went from 1800 to 1810, it would actually be 100 pips, right? So if you were to invest 10 cents per pip, you would actually make $10. If you were able to invest 50 cents per pip, you would make $50, etc., right? And if you don't know what a pip is, I'm going to leave a link in the description for exactly how you can actually count pips. And if you don't know, watch that video first and then come back to this video, right? But if you're a new trader, keep in mind I still have something at the end of the video for you, right? So even as a new trader, if you know what you're doing, you can make money, a lot of money off of this pair alone, right? So I'm going to actually pull the calculator out. Let's do some math real quick. All right. Now let's say, and this is just hypothetically, this isn't a real trade or anything, but let's just say we got in the market around here, 18, 1700, right? And let's say we got out of the market with this yellow line right here. Okay. So hold on, let me change it so it's even number so it can be simple. Right? So here's how you would calculate this, right? If you don't know how you can actually calculate the pips for this, all you have to do is take the number that you're going for, which would be the take profit. Let's say that the yellow line represents a take profit and the white line represents an entry point, right? So you would take 2022 minus 1817, right? That would give you 205. Now, this isn't the correct answer. What you actually have to do when you do this is any number you do, you want to actually multiply it by 10, right? So let's multiply it by 10. So you would have caught 2,050 pips, right? So if you would have invested, used a 0.01 lot size and invested 10 cents, you would make $205, right? So here's how you do this math. Multiply it 0.10, 205, right? So that's how you calculate the lot size you're using for the amount of pips you're trying to gain, right? So if you're using a 0.01, move the decimal over to the right one time, and that's what you would put into the calculator, right? To calculate your risk or your reward for gold. All right, so let's do another example. Let's say that we were going to use 50 cents per pip, right? So let's actually do the math for this. So 2022 minus 1817 gives you this number. Now keep in mind, this isn't the actual number of pips. You have to multiply it by 10 first. So multiply it by 10. That's how many pips there is. 2,050 pips. Now remember, we're using a 0.05 lot size. So that means we're going to multiply it by 50 cents, right? So we're going to do our math here. And this is your answer. You would have made $1,025 off of a 50-cent per pip investment, right? Let's do another example. Let's do $1 per pip. I'm going to do it the same way. Just make it easy for anybody that's watching, because I know when I first started, it was very difficult for me to understand this stuff. 1817, multiply it by 10, because anytime you do a calculation for this pair, when you're trying to figure out how many pips you're actually catching, you want to you want to subtract the take profit from your entry point, and you want to multiply it by 10, right? So you have 2,050 pips, right? So let's say we were investing $1 per pip. Really, I don't even have to do the math for that. That is the answer, but I'm going to do it anyway for the sake of the video. You would have made $2,050, right? But I have something for the new traders on here that may not want to start on this pair, because obviously you can see there could be a lot of money made, there could be a lot of money lost if you do not know what you are doing. So there's 4 things that I'm going to give you new traders that, may have not really been trading for that long, but there's 4 things that you need to know. I don't care what channel you watch, who your mentor is. It doesn't really matter. Every trader needs to know these 4 things, right? Whether that's a basic level or an intermediate level or an advanced level, right? Step number 1, you need to know which way the market is going, right? Whether it's going up or down. You need to be able to analyze which way the market is going. Trading is easy. It's not hard. People make it hard. This is something that I could actually teach a child how to figure out which way the market is going. You could really take a 15-second glance at a chart and understand which way the market is going, right? 2, you want to know when to get in the market, right? Getting in the market is important, but number 3, getting out of the market is important, right? You need to know when to get in and out of the markets and which direction the market is going, right? And then step 4. Now, this is more important than the first 3 steps. You can use the first 3 steps and skip this 4th step, and you will not be a successful trader, because this is really important, right? Step number 4 is risk management, right? And a lot of people don't really know how to use risk management, and it's kind of sad. Risk management is important because, as you've seen before when we were counting pips, this is a 2,050 pip move, right? If you invest too much money, you could potentially lose that money off of a small movement, right? Because I showed you earlier how much a 10 pip movement was. You could barely see it on the chart, right? And the reason why I'm saying this, you need to have the right information with trading. You can't just do this alone and try to figure it out on your own. It won't work. The best way to do it is actually to get a mentor to take you from point A to point B, right? And I've been able to use a platform myself to where I could actually leverage information from 6 and 7 figure earners and utilize software that actually does the work for me, so I don't have to do all the hard work and actually be able to make profits, right? So thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. And if you have anyone else that trades that may need this information, share this video with them so they can get the right information they need, right? And if you want to be personally coached by me, you can join my free info group, and I'll put a link in the description. right here. This is the link, but it'll be in the description for you. Click the link and I'll get you exactly what you need, right? This is I'm Christian and I'm tapping out.